Okay, guys, shorter workouts can actually give you better results. Now, the reason for this is very simple. If you're talking about building a lifelong habit when it comes to exercise, nutrition, it has to be sustainable. So think about this rationally. Um, Studies have shown when the volume is the same, the volume of like reps, sets, whatever it is. So, say for example, I'm doing, I don't know, a bench press. As long as within 1 week I'm doing the same amount of volume, it doesn't matter how I split that up. I could divide that into like a 15-minute a day session. I could divide that into a 90-minute a day session. The difference here is obviously, mentally speaking, a 90-minute session is much more difficult for me to keep up with. Why? Because I'm going to dread going to do it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm someone who's trained consistently for years. I train first thing in the morning. And even myself, I would struggle to consistently do 90 minutes. Sometimes I get waves of motivation, but motivation, it comes and it goes. So be kind of mindful about that. But if you're talking about, you got to look forward to your workouts, and you ideally want to leave kind of feeling energized. So forget all this junk you see of this smack talk on TV about people, bodybuilders saying, you gotta give it all. It's like sometimes it's good to, exert yourself, but be mindful that it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So you need to allow yourself to recover. The other thing is re-practice. Okay, if I'm practicing something more frequently, but so let's just take squats for instance. So if I'm practicing a squat, like a barbell back squat, for only 3 sets a day, but I'm doing that multiple times in a week, it's not taking me very long. It's taking me about 10-15 minutes in that exercise a day. However, I'm getting tons of practice in and I'm leaving like not too fatigued. Over time, my squat's going to go up, my form is going to get better, the chance of me getting injured is going to go down, and I'm going to be able to keep to that more. So there is more to it. To basically summarize it, guys, it's going to also be easier for you guys because you've got other stuff going on with your life. You know what I mean? You've got to get to work. You got to balance all the other areas of your life, like your relationships, your energy levels. Because if you're beating yourself up in the gym, your energy levels are not going to be so great. And this is where people just quit because it becomes they take on too much and in the end they get demoralized. Whereas if you go for a shorter workout, so what does a shorter workout actually look like? So to me, a shorter workout is where I'm focused. I'm basically going to spend probably about 45 minutes doing my workout to 50 minutes, maybe less. I'm not too focused directly on the time it takes, but I'm working very efficiently. So I'll warm up first with just the bar. I'll take about a minute to 90 seconds rest between each set. During the rest time, I'm being productive. I'm thinking about how I can improve my form. So if it's a bench press, I'm thinking about how do I get the bar closer to my chest? How do I keep my shoulders back without lifting my head up? If it's a squat, I'm going to be thinking about how do I get deeper into the squat, so that I'm getting more, activation overall of the muscles. So then after that rest period, and I'm giving myself this rest period so I can actually build strength. It's very important not to be doing cardio with weights, but to be giving yourself strength. I'm going to go back and I'm going to train. And then I'm going to do a set number of reps and sets. And then I'm going to move on to the next exercise. And once it's all done, it's all done. And I can just do a little bit of a cool down. And I'm good to leave and progress in my day. So there is programs out there which I'll be designing, which are for people who want to work out within, I would say, 25 to 30 minutes. These programs are all you really need, to build muscle and strength, and to send the muscle building signal. Okay, guys. The last thing I want to leave you with here, one of the last things, because I want to make this a slightly longer video, is a lot of people see the gym as a place to burn calories. So that's why they poo-poo these shorter workouts. They say, well, how many calories are you going to burn in 45 minutes? Surely you're better off being in there for an hour, Daniel. Or maybe you'd be better off going in there for 90 minutes like you normally do because you're going to burn more calories. Yeah, that's true. But what you have to understand is you should not be viewing the gym as a place to burn calories, but as a place to get stronger. The reason is simply overall, we don't spend that long in the gym. Okay. So the minute you eat something, you just basically it'll take you no time at all just to eat back the calories you've just burnt in any case, right? But if we focus on just building strength, so becoming better at these lifts, more efficient with our time, adding more weight to the bar over time, because we're becoming more practiced with these lifts. I'm not saying you should be adding tons of weight to the bar every time, but slowly but surely, the more practice you get, the more you'll progress, and the less beat up you are, the more you'll be able, and the better you rest in between the sets, the more you'll be able to add weight to the bar. You'll be adding more muscle tissue, and if you add more muscle tissue, that's going to speed your metabolism up. So your body's going to be burning calories for you, doing the heavy lifting for you all throughout the day, just while you're doing your basic everyday tasks like drinking water, walking around, sitting at your desk, driving your car. And that's where the main results are going to be seen. So, whereas if you're just focused on, oh, how many calories you can burn, it's like a leaky bucket equation. It's just like you're working your butt off for little to no reward kind of thing. It just doesn't make a sense, really. Because, like I say, any calorie burning app on like a piece of cardio equipment or a smartwatch, it's going to be inaccurate regardless anyway. Yeah, I mean, and mentally, like I'm saying, a short workout, I mean, it physically won't tax you as much. And you still hitting the same volume, but just over more days of the week. So, I mean, like, so if I was to say to people, like, could you commit to 15 minutes a day, 5 times a week? They'll probably say, or 3 times a week. They'll say yes. But if I say to someone, could you commit to 60 minutes a week, 5 days a week, or 6 days a week, or whatever, they're going to be like much more challenged by that. So, well, my message to you is very simple, which is to work smarter